Hello and hello. Welcome to the Embodied CEO Era. I have a little bit of a giggle here because I literally just did this, but I forgot to record. So here we go. I am blessed to have the beautiful Jamie Lynn Turner here with me today. Jamie Lynn, she just has my heart. I just love her so much. I love everything that you're about, Jamie Lynn. I love you, your energy, your frequency. I love what you're about. We both have very similar kind of values in a lot of way, which is what I love too. So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited. We're going to go into loving yourself deeper because a lot of things, energetic discrepancies come from not loving yourself enough. Don't you agree?
Absolutely. I really think that if we, the more that we learn how to love ourselves and the more that we actually start to value and honor the love that we have for ourselves and that we deserve from ourselves, I think that that's just like the gateway to opening up to not just self-love and like bubble bath kind of Venus day, but real actual change. Like, let's just not like, oh, let's not just have a spa day, which are wonderful. I love to get my nails done. But also, let's start actually loving ourselves to the point that like we accept what we deserve and we actually like raise the bar on that and not just like settling. We're done settling. We're raising the bar.
Oh, I love that. We're done settling. No more settling. We are definitely not buying it anymore. We have upgraded enough to know that like loving yourself goes beyond the physical, I'm going to get my hair done kind of thing. That's just surface level basic shit. But you obviously go a lot deeper than that.
The self-love, self-care is so important. I'm definitely not saying like don't have a spa day, don't get a massage, don't get your nails done. I'm definitely not saying that. But that's surface level, and I think that self-love really needs to be about loving yourself for who you are, forgiving yourself for the mistakes, getting over the regret, the shame, the guilt, and actually start enjoying who you are as a human and celebrating all of the things that make you who you are, all of your individuality, your spirituality, your energy, all on a higher frequency. We're not just here to survive. We are here to like make a difference and cause some ripples. And the more women that are actually standing up, making a change, causing some ripples, saying enough is enough. Like, we are not going to live like this anymore. We are not going to settle. We are not going to tolerate. We are not going to just stand by. We're actually standing up now. We're actually using our voice and we're actually saying like this is how we want to live. This is how we want to raise our children. This is how we want to be treated. And who better than to set that bar than you? This is how I want to be treated and this is how I'm going to treat myself and I'm not going to accept anything less than that. And I think that is just a beautiful movement all over the place.
I couldn't have said it better myself. That was really, really, really good. I like that.
Thank you.
Okay, so for somebody meeting you for the first time, how would you describe the work that you do?
Well, when I see women and they come to me for whatever it is that they are ready to change, whatever they're ready for a breakthrough on, I try to rewrite their script a little. Let's just not say like this is what your life looks like and this is how you get from A to B. Instead of just like looking at it as like a single journey from here to there. It's like an entire identity recalibration. Let's get right in. Let's dig out the stuff that's not working for you. Let's increase the stuff that is working for you. Let's make a complete energetic change. Let's just up level all across the board. So it's not just let me fix this one thing, like a laser focus. Let's also increase the entire level of everything in your life. It's not just like a one time let's fix all kind of. It's really about like increasing your self-worth, your self-love, all the parts of you that make you whole. You're not just a collection of from point A to point B to point C. You're all of those things. and we can't change one of those things without changing everything. And the more that we do that with energetic frequency, with self-love, with actual identity recalibration, we're going in and we're like changing everything. It's like it's not just like, oh, we're gonna go from here to here. It's actually like a breakthrough. Like everything grows. And when everything starts to grow, all things that don't work and don't fit in old mindset beliefs, they all just kind of like crumble and start to fall off. So it's not just like a one size fits all or this one thing fixes everybody. I don't think that that's true. It's about loving yourself back to wholeness instead of just being like, oh,
Mm,
I'm just the mom or I'm just this or I'm just, we're not just anything. We are a complete compilation of 100 different things on any different day. And that's what makes us beautiful and that's what makes us different and that's what makes everything work together when all of the cogs are spinning all together. That's what makes us who we are.
I love that. I love that.
Thank you.
Very good. Okay, so we've talked before about like how the more that you bring that kind of stuff forward, the better off this world is going to be. So, what is your biggest hope for humanity?
Oh, my biggest hope is really that the more that we start to love ourselves and the more that I feel like, you know, when you ever see like somebody like laughing on a train or laughing at a restaurant, it kind of like also makes you like laugh a little bit. And I think that that's how love works. And I really honestly feel that the more that we spread love and the more that we plant love in ourselves and other people, I feel like love just flows out of everybody. So I think that my hope for the world, my hope for humanity, my hope for the planet is that the more that we increase the level of love in ourselves and the level of love around us, that love is just going to flow and like become contagious. So the more that we love ourselves, the more that we have patience for our children, the more that we love our children, the more that we're able to show grace to our sisters, to the person parking your car or to the I took my kids to McDonald's today and I was just like in the drive-through it's not working and I gotta bring both of the kids inside and I'm carrying one and I'm carrying the other one and I've got to like juggle the drinks and the car. And if I went in already stressed out I would have been like at max capacity. But since I've been practicing self-love, since I've been increasing this flow with me, I feel like that I'm in my own life, I'm able to handle more things with grace and with ease and be like, this isn't what I wanted to do, but grab your Minnie Mouse slippers, let's go inside. And just that instead of like freaking out at them and being all like, "Arr!" It was easier to be like, this is just a moment. This is just, a moment in time. This is not how everything is going to be instead of being full of frustration and exhaustion since I already went in full of love and full of ease like you know what we don't do this all the time. Let's just put on your mini slippers, let's go inside, I'll carry you, you hold your drink, I got the fries, let's get the napkins. Okay, I feel like my hope for the planet is that the more people can feel that love about themselves and love about their surroundings and love about their fellow people, humanity as a whole, no matter what they look like, do, say, whatever, interact, that love just flows from us. And I feel like it's one of those things that just increases, like the sunlight. Like as soon as it starts to peak, like it's still a little bit dark, but like the more that the sun is out, like the brighter it gets, the more love that we have for ourselves and for other people, it's just going to spread and compound in so many ways and just actually change the energetic vibration of the planet. I think that is just my dream for all of us.
Yeah, there's just so much hatred in the planet, in the collective at the moment.
Yeah.
And I can see, like, to me, in that moment, you being in that frequency allowed you to be a better parent and allowed you, like, people around you to see what good parenting and loving and kindness looks like instead of the frustration. Oh my God, this didn't work. Like, the whole day is ruined now. And, like, do you know what I mean? I feel like at the moment, it's so necessary because there's so many people that are hating other people for random, no good reason whatsoever. And if you can hate someone for no reason, you can also love them for no reason.
I feel like there is so much ugliness and hatred and all kinds of bad things happening that I could find a bunch of reasons to like hate the things that are going on, but that's not actually going to change it. If I can change it with love, if I can change it with this is what I can do. I think Mother Teresa said like if you want to change the world, like go home and love your family.
Mm,
And I think that like hating everything that's going on is an actual feeling. Like of course it is. I'm not happy with a lot of things that are happening, but the way that I can change that is not by adding more hate to it. It's actually by loving and changing what I can change right now. And for right now, for me, that's my 3-year-old. That's my 7-year-old. That's the teenagers working at the McDonald's, a couple of miles away. It's the things that I can do right here, right now that are in control, that I'm in control of. Doing those things with love, I think starts to compound. And instead of spreading hate, we're spreading love. And I think this planet needs a lot more love.
yeah, you go, Mother Teresa said this, and I was like, my head brain went so straight to, and Michael Jackson said, start with the man in the mirror. Oh my goodness, I'm like,
Mother
you're
Teresa,
quoting
Michael
Mother Teresa, and I
Jackson.
want to quote Michael Jackson. I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
Well, he's right.
He's not
Love
wrong,
yourself
that's for
first, and
sure.
it
Yeah.
just flows.
Definitely, definitely. I just want to say, like, elaborate a little bit on something that you said. My daughter worked at McDonald's for a little while, and she witnessed, it didn't happen to her, but she witnessed a woman who got the order was wrong, right? She opened the bag, the order was, and I understand how frustrating that is. But to me, I look at that and I go, I don't go, oh, these bloody kids, they don't know what they're talking, oh, like they don't know what they're doing. I think to myself, okay, well, the training obviously is not quite there, right? But
Hmm.
this woman, she got home and she realized that there was some things missing and the wrong things were in the bag. And she drove back down to McDonald's. We call them Macca's here. She drove back to Macca's, walked into the shop and started abusing the kids. They're like 15-year-olds, absolutely abusing them and saying horrible stuff like what a woman of probably 40, my daughter reckons. But she was only like 16, so might have been younger or older, you just don't know. But like a grown woman coming into Macca's and abusing and saying some horrible, horrible, like if she loved herself a little bit more, she might not have felt the need to do that. And then those kids might have felt differently about the job. I didn't want her in there anymore. I was like, no, you've got to leave because there was so many people that were just absolutely horrible for no real reason. And I think
Yeah.
this is where it's like there's so much hate that's out there, but if we can show people and you help people how to tap into their own inner love and love themselves on a level that like that kind of stuff doesn't really phase them anymore. They're like, oh, okay, well, obviously the training's not there. What do you do? And you might still be upset about it, but you don't need to go and abuse bloody kids for it. So
It
yeah,
wasn't
this
my
is
favorite thing to carry my children inside, but I was like, I already promised them French fries, so we're going to get French fries because it will be worse if we leave without the French fries because the drive-through was closed. And I was like, this is not what I want to be doing, but you know what? This is what we're doing right now. It's okay. You just pivot.
okay. Just do it. I feel like
Yeah,
I'm a walking, talking advertisement for Nike at the moment because my favorite saying is just do it. Just do
just
it.
do it.
Like the kid, you've already promised, like just do it.
I mean, I could have left. I could have drove 10 miles away and went to a different, probably with the drive-through, but I was like, you know what? You got me. So my 3-year-old in her Minnie Mouse slippers went inside to get French fries, and she calls it French fry juice. It's the orange high C because this is what they like, and this was whatever. We always said we're gonna do it. I mean, am I gonna let this ruin my day because the drive-thru's closed? I mean, is that really worth ruining my whole day?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Okay, cool. So, what is the favorite thing about what you do? What's your favorite moment? What's
My
that satisfaction mode just like intensifies?
You know what? No matter how many people I see, my absolute favorite part is at the end when they open their eyes and they're like, wow, that never gets old. Like, I'm glad that I'm able to help, but like that first look on their face when they're like, when they open their eyes and they're like, that session was more than I was expecting. That was really deep. I can't believe we got, that like that this came out of me. I can't believe that we shifted this thing that's been lingering for so long. Or I saw this woman, beautiful, beautiful woman, and she had trichotillomania. She would pull her hair until she had bald spots. Beautiful, beautiful woman. And she was like so embarrassed and so ashamed. And she was just full of all of this. And then at the end of like our first or second session, and she was like, we got so much, she had gotten so much clarity in just that couple of hours that she's like, I've been seeing a therapist for 20 years. She was like, we've never gotten to like, I was a child. I was like, this is what's going on. This is where this pain is coming from. And I was just like, I would like so glad to be able to bring this level of help and clarity and love to the little girl that is, still living inside this grown woman who is just like, I'm 6 years old and I'm just sitting at the table and I'm like, can't you just sit with me? Like it can't like just those little things that just shift so much. It started as a pebble and then it turned into, this huge ripple, but it was just seeing the look on their face when they're like, wow, I really needed that. Wow, that changed so much. Wow, I feel so much better. I'm no longer carrying this pain, this regret, this whatever it is for that specific person. But that look on their face when they first open their eyes is just like, wow, that's still going to be the best part every time.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. I honestly get that because, like, not to toot my own horn, but beep beep. Like you've had that experience with me, and when you come
Mhm.
like out of a visualization that we've done together, and you're like, oh, and that moment, and I know, life will never be the same from that moment.
When there's a
Life will
shift like that,
never be the
you
same
feel it.
again.
I
Yeah,
love those.
yeah, that's my favorite moment too. I'm like, she just went through
Hmm.
something there that was great.
I remember. I think that I remember like one of my very first ones. We did this visualization, and you like took us through there. We were like in the woods or something. I remember I was sitting down. I was like, that was insane. That was. I think it was in one of the first Sacred Wealth programs.
Mm,
You did it. You did a visualization, and I was like, that was crazy. That was just one of those, like you said, it's one of those before and after kind of things. That I was just like, wow, that was
yeah.
powerful.
I love that. I love that. It makes me so happy because sometimes I get off the visualizations that I do and I'm like, I'm changed. Like, I'm
Mhm.
changed so much. Like, I didn't realize I could go that deep. Wow, I'm impressed with
And
myself.
then when you bring other people that deep, like when you're like, all right, I found this path, I found this vision, I found this meditation, this visualization, like let me bring you with me. Let me share it. And then when the other people are like, I saw this, I felt this. I just did a visualization for this woman, and I've been doing these intuitive subconscious audio recordings. And I saw this woman. All right, we had a chat, and I was like, all right, let me sit with it for a minute. And I just channeled into my intuition, and I was like, let me just feel into this. And then I took her through this visualization, and I'm like, we're walking through the park, and I was like, and we're just gonna put your hand on this tree, and it was all about like centering herself and calming her nervous system. And I was like, put your hand on the tree and just feel like this tree is solid. Feel this tree is stable. Like the storm comes, the tree is not moving, but it's still growing. Its roots are growing deep into the earth and its branches. She messaged me the next day and she was like, that was crazy. She was like, I don't know what you did. She was like, but I wanted to be, she's like, I love trees so much. I almost went to college to be an arborist. And I was like, that is the power of your intuition. That is the power of your subconscious rewiring when you can tap into the energy of the people that are allowing you to heal them or to bring them somewhere that they can't quite get on their own. everything just clicks into place and it makes it so much more powerful. You can only, you can only bring someone so far if they're not tuned in, if they're not open to receiving. It's kind of like I'm paddling only on one side of this canoe here. I need you to help out. When you find the clients, the people that want to work with you that are actually like, let's move forward together. And you're like, it's so much more powerful if we're both paddling in the same direction.
Yeah, that sounds so powerful. Oh, I
I
mean,
know. This energy work is just absolutely my calling. I know that that's what brought me to you. I was like, oh, this is just, I love what you do. And I love to be able to do that in my own way with different people.
yeah, yeah. Well, we'll get you there. Yay!
We're getting there.
We are getting there. Okay, so you just spoke about one of your offers. So what are you actually offering at the moment? What is the go-to thing? Jamie Lynn, I want to work with you. This is how.
Well, this is how, so you can find me on Facebook. I'm Jamie Lynn Turner. My website is jamielinturner.com. I am Jamie Lynn Turner on Facebook and Instagram. I have a 10-minute rewire your morning. It is a 10 like it's about 10 to 12 minutes. It's an intuitive subconscious rewiring audio and it's change your morning meditation. So change your morning 10 minutes a day. Start with this meditation. It's completely intuitive. It's made specifically for each individual person. That offers it's a 10 to 12 minute audio that offers $33. And then I have another one when you are ready to like deep dive into your identity recalibration. I've got a 1 session or a 3 session package. If that's something that you're looking forward to, send me a message and we'll have a chat about it.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, I know that we've kind of like known each other for a little while now, but like, I don't know, you just astound me. I feel so like blessed that, you've kind of chosen me to go in this journey with.
Oh, absolutely. I love being in your world. All the way from New York. From New York to Sydney.
We're
I
like
love
on,
the connection from opposite sides of the planet. I think that the connection with you has been strong since day one.
yeah, and it was so funny yesterday. So just to bring it forward, I'm helping Jamie Lynn with intuitive development. And yesterday we were like talking for an hour and 20 minutes. And Jamie Lynn's like, so in our last 10 minutes, I'm like, and we've actually been going over for 20 minutes. I didn't even realize the conversation just flows so well that like it doesn't like, working with you doesn't feel like work. So
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I feel the same way. I'd grab a cup of coffee and chat with you and be like, oh, wait, is our time up? Oh, I need to set a timer. I'm like, could talk and yeah. But
maybe it's a good thing that you're on the other side of the world because otherwise we'd just get up, catch up for coffee every day, and then the day would just go. We wouldn't even be aware
I'm
of it.
telling you, this is like my because right now this is my best time because this is I know that it's morning for you in Sydney, but here in New York it is bedtime here. So my kids are actually asleep. So what is great about what I do also in working online and seeing clients all over the world is my kids are here and they're in bed. If they need me, I'm here. But for the most part, they're asleep. They're okay. I'm right here. It's it's not something that I have to be like, oh, let me find, like, oh, I have to travel to and from, especially in New York, we've got all the snow. I'm not traveling in the snow. I'm not, it's this is the freedom to help people in the sanctity of their own home where their guard is already down, where they're not already stressed out, where their level of safety and openness from their own home makes this work so much more powerful because it's not like, where did I park my car? Oh my goodness, there was so much snow on my drive here. Oh my, am I going to be late? Am I too early? There was a weird smell in the waiting room, or we get past all of that and we're like, you're in your comfortable space. You're in your safe space. Let's get right to the work. And I feel like people are just already so much more comfortable in their own home, in their own space. Working online just makes that so much more powerful.
Yeah, beautiful. And we're just going to close it off with if you could give advice, one little piece of advice on how to love yourself deeper, what would that be? Just very generic kind of. I know that you don't really like doing generic cookie cutter stuff, but just pretend for a moment that you're okay with that. And
I don't, but I think
we could
that
do personalized stuff, but you would have to reach out
Mhm,
to Jamie Lynn personally and get some personalized stuff. But
mhm.
let's do generic for the moment. If you
If
could
I
give
had to
advice.
do something generic for everybody, I would say either start or end your day with some gratitude. It can be write 10 things in your journal, say 5 things out loud, type them in a text message to your best friend or your sister or or in a voice note, in like in the note section of your phone. It would be either start your day or end your day with gratitude. Gratitude for anything. Just start. It doesn't have to be deep. It doesn't have to be profound. It just start somewhere and just see what unfolds and just see what you can come up with. I think that that was just, if it had to be generic for everybody, just if you can add 5 pieces of gratitude, 10 pieces of gratitude, find anything to just celebrate, even if it's this big. It'll change your life.
Mm, yeah, there's a song. Um, I'm sure it's like the attitude of gratitude. The attitude of gratitude, the attitude of gratitude. I don't know where it came from or anything like that. Maybe you should start a song going the attitude.
Nobody wants
Um,
to hear me sing.
let's not do singing.
Mm.
Let's just stay in our lane and do our
Yes.
visualizations and our
Mhm.
personalized subconscious reprogramming. Is that what we called
Mhm.
it? Sorry, earlier.
They are intuitive subconscious reboot audios.
Great, 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 great. Okay, so Natalie Rachel has just commented saying, Jamie Lynn, you're the best.
Aw, thank you.
And yeah, we had Natalie, sorry, that's Natalie on my mind. Taylor Harrell say, love this, ladies. Yay, podcast. Amazing. I am so excited. So, thank you so much for taking the time to come live in the Embodied CEO era. This is going to be a podcast. This is going to be on YouTube. Like, let's just spread it everywhere because a little while ago, I was kind of feeling like I want to take my life and my business to the next level. And something came through for me was like, just plant seeds of your energy across the universe. And I was like, this is you planting seeds of your energy across the universe. So well done. Thank you for being here. Love you long time. And if anybody wants to get in
Thank you
contact with
for
Jamie
having me.
Lynn, please do not hesitate to reach out for her to her. She's absolutely incredible. Instagram, Facebook. What's your website again?
JamieLynnTurner.com.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for being here. Love you
Thank you,
lots.
Meg. Thank you for having me.
And everybody else, remember to always learn lots and be kind. And if you're wanting to get into a live and do some training in here yourself, please reach out to me. I'm just procrastinating a little bit because my internet is not very stable at the moment. And it's not letting me sign off. So I'm just going to refresh the page and see what happens.
All
But
right.
yes, love you all. And yeah, thank you
Live
for
out
being
loud.
here. Live out loud. Good job. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, there we go. End video. There we go. Well done.
Okay.
That was good.
Thank you.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, me too. That was good.
That was fun. And now
Yeah.
it's done. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, how do you feel like you went there? There
Fine.
wasn't a lot of
That was fine.
ums and ahs and
I didn't think
hesitation.
so. A couple times I was like, oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to load that up onto the podcast and onto YouTube and stuff like that. So feel
Sure.
free to share,
Yeah.
wherever you want to share. And maybe like in a few months' time, we can do this again. And
Sure. I watched Bex yesterday, so I was like prepared. Yeah. I was like, let me watch Bex. Okay, I can do this.
yeah, like we can do this more than once. Like it really
Sure.
happy to have you in there. I don't know if you've seen in the Telegram group, there's, if you go into the Sacred Lounge, there's a new mini program that's starting next week that you get access to.
I do.
It's called Evolution. So if you go into the Sacred Lounge, there'll be a Telegram link there.
Where's it? Inside the inner temple?
Yeah,
Okay. So there, if I go to the inner temple, okay, there now it showed up. Sometimes if I go into the inner temple, I can't always. I could do the transmission line. I can't seem to see, but I see the transmission. I see the sacred lounge now.
yeah,
Are you still there? Because you're frozen.
yeah, you're frozen too. So yeah, my internet's just gone a bit cray cray today. It's probably the weather. So once that loads up, I'll let you know. Okie dokie. All right, you're completely frozen.